Golden State Media Concepts social media podcast. Time to hashtag everything. We talk about all the fun, crazy stories on social media. From Instagram to Facebook, Twitter to Tumblr, or probably even Friendster. Join us each week as we explore the quirky side of social media. It's the Golden State Media Concepts social media podcast.
It's simple, such a sad song. The one that we rely on to get us.
Hello and welcome to the GSMC Social Media News Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I am your host, Sarah, and we have lots to talk about that's going on in the world of social media. We're going to start with Area 51 because that's just, it's been around. It's been going around for a while, and it's not going away. If you haven't heard of this, you probably don't spend much time on social media or spend time around people who talk about social media. I don't know. It's just everybody, I see it popping up on social media. I've been hearing people talk about it. It's very kind of crazy and sort of funny. So late last month, that would be the end of June, 20-year-old Maddie Roberts created a Facebook page or group asking its attendees to converge in the southern Nevada desert to raid the highly classified U.S. Air Force base known as Area 51. Yes, he created a Facebook group and said, let's go raid Area 51. Let's find out what's actually in there. There's, of course, a ton of folklore surrounding this secretive facility. It's been the subject of, movies and conspiracy theories and everything. And it's within the bounds of the Nevada Test and Training Range, specifically regarding UFOs and aliens. So, of course, curiosity is high about the area. The conspiracy theories have been going on for the 1950s, but Robert's own curiosity in the site led him to create what he now says is a satirical event called Storm Area 51. They can't stop all of us. Within days, the page had over 1 million people attending the event scheduled for September 20th. Nearly a month after its original posting, it has gone viral and spawned offshoot memes. Oh, the memes. There's so many memes. I can't even begin to describe to you how many memes there are. Prompting the U.S. government to respond with a warning to trespassers, only saying the area is an open training range. Yeah, so in other words, don't try to storm Area 51. Roberts has since retracted his original post, calling it a joke in an interview with KTNV. The Bakersfield College student said, "I don't want anyone to actually get hurt with this. It started out as just from a pure stroke of imagination. It was meant to be funny. I want to do something cool out there now that we have a bunch of people, but I don't want anybody to get hurt." Well, yeah, because mob mentality could be really super dangerous. Let's just put that out there. Realizing that the unintentional affair may still bring extraterrestrial enthusiasts to the area on September 20th, Roberts instead has proposed a music festival take place, one focused on EDM. He has suggested hosting a festival with an assortment of talent ranging from EDM, indie rock, and up-and-coming artists. He told Time that he's had artists reach out to him through social media interested in performing at the event. He is a California native, and he recommends the alternative event be fun and educational with art installations instead of a military takeover. However, the accidental Facebook event may also have unforeseen consequences to this desolate landscape. Let's hope not, but it could. Hotels in the nearby tourist town of Rachel, Nevada, have already been in contact with Roberts regarding the proposed gathering. Rachel, with its close proximity to Area 51, caters to alien aficionados. The small town has alien-themed gift shops, restaurants, and even hotels. However, with limited resources, this town is not capable of catering to the hundreds, if not thousands, of fans a festival or a storming of Area 51 may bring. Whether the EDM-focused festival will take place is yet to be seen. However, it is a much safer alternative than its original intention. For now, fans of both EDM and the extraterrestrial may have something to look forward to in just a couple of months. I'm glad that it's going in a different direction. Obviously, storming Area 51, while kind of funny in an abstract way, really is a bad idea, and you wouldn't want mob mentality to take over and then people to get hurt at the worst, arrested at the least. A music festival could be a good alternative. I don't know if you can pull it off in 2 months, although in this day and age, anything is possible. Again, though, you have to think about the venue, and is there enough room for as many people as could show up? And where are they going to stay? Is it going to turn into Woodstock with people just camping out everywhere? It could be very interesting. The memes, as I said, have been everywhere and prevalent, and oh my goodness. I actually saw one article that I can't remember where it was. I forgot to bookmark when I saw it. I saw it on Facebook today. And it said, instead of storming Area 51, come and adopt these pets. And they had pictures of the pets that were up for adoption. And they were wearing little tinfoil hats. It was so cute. They were capitalizing on this idea of storming Area 51, but making it so, don't go out and do something crazy that could get you arrested or shot. Instead, help a life. Come and save a life. And the dogs in their little tinfoil hats, aluminum foil, I guess now. We don't really have tinfoil. Aluminum foil hats were adorable. So I appreciate when things like this, I appreciate people's creativity when something like this goes viral and they say, let's piggyback off of that. What can we do with that? Sometimes it's pandering, but other times it can be for a good cause. And if the festival is pulled off, I don't know if that's necessarily a good cause, but certainly a more positive way to focus the energy that has come out of this Facebook group. And if you're looking for followers on Facebook, I guess this is one way to do it. I don't know if there's any way to capitalize on that, but hey, when I was 20, well, Facebook wasn't around when I was 20, but when I was 20, I never would have thought to create a group like this. So it makes me laugh. One of the memes that has come out, or not one, but a genre of meme that has come out of this is one day everyone's storming Area 51 and then boom, they're completely distracted by FaceApp. And there's that one meme, I'm sure you've seen it a million times. There's a couple walking and the male of the couple is turned he has his head turned back over his shoulder and he's kind of making an ooh face at a woman who is not the girl he's with. The girl he's with is making a really face. And so people have made this into a meme 1,000 different ways of all the things that he is looking at and the girlfriend is grumpy about. And so in this case, the girlfriend is Area 51 and the girl that he's looking at is FaceApp. And yeah, so really anything can be a meme. We are going to talk about FaceApp next, but let's go ahead and take our first break of the podcast. And then when we come back, we'll talk about what you're going to look like when you're 80. So stay tuned. You're listening to the GSMC Social Media News Podcast, and I'll be right back.
Always on the go, but the day just won't be one without your Hollywood fix. Let Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast take care of that. An all-inclusive look of pop culture.
Welcome back to the GSMC Social Media News Podcast. We were talking about Area 51, and just like everyone else with their short attention span when it comes to things that are trending, we are just moving on. We're moving on to FaceApp. And FaceApp has been around, but it recently went viral and started trending with the aging app. So you can see what you look like when you are whatever, 80, older at any rate. I have not done it. I kept seeing it. People kept posting pictures. The pictures of the babies are the ones that are, it's like the curious case of Benjamin Button. But people were posting pictures. One of my favorite / most disturbing friends, no, she's not disturbing. Her post was disturbing. Friend posted that her husband likes to take pictures of her while she's sleeping because he thinks she looks dead, which first off, okay, dude, stop it. I mean, go ahead and take pictures of her when she's sleeping, but not because she looks dead. How's that cute? But then with FaceApp, she really looks dead. And yes, she looked dead. It was not pleasant. I was like, oh, no, I do not need to see my friend looking like she's on a science fiction show, suddenly having aged 60 years and died right there. So, like I said, I have not done FaceApp, but many of my friends have the aging app. And so, of course, it came out and everybody was sidetracked by it. People were using it on celebrities. Celebrities were using it on themselves. There's one picture that, that one picture of the Kardashian Jenner women where they're all kind of in, like, not fully underwear, but like panties and tank tops and those sorts of things. Well, they did the aging app with that, and it's kind of funny, but it's also like, put some clothes on. No, actually, no, if you're old, you should be able to pose like that if you want to, but still, people are using it in very interesting, very strange ways. But then there was this whole thing of, oh my goodness, FaceApp is from Russia, and now they have all your data, and what are you doing? So if you haven't used it, good on you. I have other people who were posting, I don't need FaceApp and the aging app because I can just look at all the members of my family and see what I'm going to look like in however many years. This says the phone app's new filter will make you look 30 years older. I don't know that that's completely true. I guess it depends on the picture, but it does seem like everyone is talking about it, and the hashtag, which I hadn't mentioned, is called hashtag age challenge, so you can try it on FaceApp. And like I said, I have friends who say they don't need to have FaceApp because they know what they're going to look like. I am not actually sure what I'm going to look like. The women in my family don't seem to age. Like, you know how some families, it's almost like they have clones and everyone kind of ages in the same way. We don't seem to have that. So I'm just going to wait and see how I age because I think that will be more interesting. But the gist of this, of course, is that if you supply a photo of yourself, the app uses AI to pattern how you age. Although FaceApp, didn't thin out, shorten, or gray my hair, the author says. It did wrinkle my forehead, put bags under my eyes, and add lots of loose skin around my chin. Future me has some deep smile lines. Well, that's good, future you. But before you dive in, you should know something. This is an article on CNET. Some people are concerned that FaceApp's privacy clause gives the company license to use your photos broadly after you upload them to the company's servers. On the other hand, security researchers suggest that FaceApp does not take photos of your face and transfer them to Russia. This is the concern, is Russia getting copies of your face? Which, when I think Russia, I just think Vladimir Putin sitting in his office with looking at everybody's FaceApp pictures. Sorry, that makes me giggle. Anyway, FaceApp's developers are located in Russia, but they don't. The security research that FaceApp does not take photos of your face and transfer them to Russia for improper use. These researchers found that only the original pictures you upload go to the company's server to create the aged version of yourself. They have not reported any malicious findings. So, that's maybe encouraging. I mean, they do still have that picture that you post, and some people I know uploaded a lot of pictures, but they don't get all of your pictures. It sounds like it's not being used for malicious purposes, but this is a phone app. You can download the Face app for either iPhone or Android. Then you either upload a photo from your camera or take a new photo for the app, and you need to give the app permission to access your camera or your photos, but you can always turn off these permissions later. Once you have selected the picture, you scroll to the right and tap age. You have options. Your age options are original, young, young 2, and old. Young and young 2. They could have come up with better names, but select old to see yourself magically age in seconds. If you choose the young filters, you'll get smoother looking skin. Oh, that's nice. Tap apply if you want your original and old age pictures to show side by side. Tap layouts and select duo, then tap the old icon. To share your photo on social media, you tap the down arrow in Face app's top right corner. You can then select Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or other to share your aging journey with all of your friends. So, did you do it? Did you do the age challenge? If so, what did you think of yourself 30 years older, or however many years the app aged you, or you think the app aged you? Like I said, I haven't done it, so I cannot speak to how it made me look, but I can speak to how it made friends look, and some of them looked very much like their parents. Some of them did not. Some of them used it on their babies, and that was weird. So, again, it was like the curious case of Benjamin Button. Let's move on to a different face. It's not an app, but Prince George turns 6 today. Here's a fun tidbit. Today is my niece's 16th birthday. She celebrated in Germany. She's on a band tour in Europe, and so she got to turn 16 in Germany. That's not the fun fact. It is a fun fact. But Prince George was born on her birthday. Prince Charlotte was born on my other niece's birthday. Actually, she's older, so they did it in the wrong order. But so when Prince Louis was born, we were like, well, he needs to be born on another niece's birthday, and he did not cooperate. So fail, Prince Louis. I don't think, can't remember when Archie was born, if he was born on anybody's birthday. That's a fail on my part for not remembering. At any rate, Prince George turns 6 today, and as is the custom, the royal family released official pictures of him. He has lost a tooth, possibly more than one. It looks like one is growing in, so maybe he's lost more than one, but he has a gap in the bottom of his mouth, and as also is common, Kate took the pictures and they released them. So he's wearing a soccer shirt in 2 of them, and then a polo shirt in another one. And I think I read somewhere that the third picture was taken while they were on vacation, and he's wearing a polo shirt and, if I'm remembering correctly, plaid shorts. He looks very adorable, of course. The first 2 are very casual. In one, he's lying on the grass and looking up at the camera and just smiling very big. In the vacation shot, he looks a little sleepy, like maybe he just woke up from a vacation nap, which is cool, but he's adorable. And as you know, I do like to look at pictures of royal babies. Just, I don't know, they're grown up in a way that I certainly did not grow up. And at any rate, happy birthday to Prince George. Happy birthday to my niece as well. And happy birthday to all the other of you out there who have July 22nd birthdays. Hope you had a wonderful day. I will say also not social media related, except that we talked about it on WhatsApp. So, hey, I can make it social media related. My niece, who turned 16 today was the day they went to Dachau concentration camp. So, as a history buff, she was very interested in learning more about it and being able to take the tour. And they were only there for a short time, so she didn't get to see all of it, she said. But she said it was fascinating. She said that it was very emotional. It was very hard, that she was glad that she had the experience. She just maybe wished it didn't have to be on her 16th birthday. So at any rate, happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to Prince George. Thank you so much to WhatsApp, which enables me to chat with my niece, who is in a completely different country right now and turning 16. So let's go ahead and take our second break of the podcast. And when we come back, we'll be wrapping up this episode of the GSMC Social Media News Podcast. We'll be right back.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Welcome back to the GSMC Social Media News Podcast. So far, we've talked about storming Area 51 or possibly having a music festival, Face app, and whether or not Russia now owns all of your pictures, and Prince George, which actually is kind of an odd trifecta. But we're going to move on now. This next story just makes me laugh because it is one of those celebrities as kind of normal people, but still not normal because they're celebrities and this stuff gets reported. And so apparently, Sam Smith recently had a dream about Mariah Carey that he said was just the best dream he's ever had. And so he talked about it, and then she, of course, responded to this. Now, this is something that happens all the time, right? We have dreams, very strange dreams. I have really weird dreams sometimes, and I might tell my husband about it, or I might tell a coworker about it, and they'll respond, but it's not like it's happening on the world stage where people were, if I had a dream about Mariah Carey, she's not going to respond to it. Maybe she will. Maybe she's, I don't know. She could be cool like that. So anyway, Sam Smith said that it was the best, that's a quote, dream about Mariah Carey. So just 2 days after the release of his new song, How Do You Sleep, the British singer shared a humorous dream that he had about Carey. He's quoted as saying, "I had the best dream last night. I was at a Mariah Carey album launch with all my friends, and she dedicated a no-no to me. Ugh, dreams. I woke up in such a good mood." This is what he tweeted. And see, you can do this on social media, and then people, it makes me laugh. It did not take long for Carey to catch wind of the tweet. In response, the singer jokingly questioned whether she was the inspiration for How Do You Sleep. So she tweeted, "So, ellipses, am I the answer to How Do You Sleep? I love," all caps, "the song, and I couldn't be happier than to be starring in your dreams, darling." DAHHLING. Darling. Smith's How Do You Sleep dropped Friday at midnight and was accompanied by a music video, which was directed by Grant Singer. And Sam Smith said ahead of the video release that this year, both personally and musically, I feel so free. More than ever, I have had so much fun making this record and this video. Time to dance, darlings. There's so much darling happening in this story. And, it's because there's awesome divaness happening, I think, between the two of them. So I don't think I've ever had a dream about Mariah Carey. Nothing against Mariah Carey. I actually like her a lot, but I don't think I've ever had a dream about her. But I love that Sam Smith put it out there and said, "Hey, I had this dream," and Mariah Carey responded. It's a Twitter love fest. Speaking of Love Fest, a hashtag that was trending yesterday, I believe, was hashtag Brown Skin Girl Challenge. Don't know if you saw this while you were on Twitter, out there in the Twitter Love Fest. But it is a hashtag inspired by Beyonce. And, of course, The Lion King just came out. Beyonce is one of the voices in The Lion King. And this challenge or hashtag has been kind of taken over on social media. So last week, Beyonce dropped the full collection for her executive produced special soundtrack, The Gift. That was last Friday. That was July 19th. Aptly titled, the album has continued to grace us one cultural moment after another. This is an article. This is according to an article on BET. And let's see. From linking up artists of the African diaspora to gifting us another Beyonce production showcasing Blue Ivy's vocals. The internet has become entirely besotted with one standout song from the 27-track record. That's impressive. And that song is Brown Skin Girl. In the 4-minute record, Beyonce artfully constructs an empowering ode to Black women, particularly women of darker complexions, affirming the beauty of Black skin as she name drops gorgeously melanated goddesses. That is an awesome title. I think they should all have business cards made up. Gorgeously melanated goddesses, not gospels. So she name drops Naomi Campbell, Kelly Rowland, and Lupita Nyong'o. The anthem has Black women all across the globe feeling proud of their skin, as they should. Over the last few days, fans have been flooding social media with photos and selfies of themselves embracing and cherishing their brown skin with the hashtag Brown Skin Girl Challenge, as a reference, of course, to the title of the song. Lupita herself was touched by Beyonce's shout-out, posing a video of herself dancing along to Brown Skin Girl with her megawatt smile beaming. I love Lupita Nyong'o. I think she's beautiful, and I can just picture that beautiful smile. In fact, I don't have to picture the beautiful smile because the video is included in this article. So she tweeted, or she put on Instagram, what is it? Anyway, social media. Brown Skin Girl, thank you at Beyonce for this gift. Hashtag brightness. My eyes just went all fuzzy. Brightness is just who you are. The award-winning actress wrote on the caption accompanying the video. She does have an amazingly beautiful smile. Film extraordinaire Ava DuVernay also had nothing but praise for the uplifting song, taking to Twitter to heap on the admiration. To me, it doesn't get much better than this. Brava, Beyonce, she wrote. You've done a beautiful thing here. I see pride. I see joy. Brown Skin Girl, hashtag Brown Skin Girl Challenge. She tweeted that alongside dropping her own mini highlight of beautifully melanated actresses that she's had the pleasure of working with, including Oprah, Rutina Wesley, and Kyle Bunbury. So it sounds like there have just been some beautiful, beautiful pictures of women being very proud of themselves, as they should be, because the rainbow of skin tones in the world is truly, truly amazing to me. Just, there are so many beautiful people in the world of all skin tones. So embrace it. I have one niece who's Chinese and one niece who is of mixed race, and I want them to embrace their brown skin. They are beautiful, and they are who they are. So I encourage them to embrace that, and I hope that things like this, if they live in Montana, so they don't often see themselves reflected in the people around them. So hopefully things like this make them more aware of the amazing diversity in the world at large. To wrap up, have you seen there's two trailers that keep popping up on my social media. First, it was the trailer for Maverick, which is not a reboot. It is a Top Gun sequel. People are excited. Most people that I have seen tweeting or posting on Facebook or what have you are excited about it. the preview looks interesting. I'll probably go see it. It was a big part of my childhood, although it wasn't one of my favorite movies of the 80s. But I don't know. I'm withholding judgment. Now, the other trailer that has been popping up, especially on Facebook for me today, several friends posted it, is the new Mr. Rogers trailer, and that is starring Tom Hanks. I don't know what more amazing combination you could have besides Mr. Rogers and Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks playing Mr. Rogers. It is, most people that I saw who posted were like, I'm not crying, you're crying. The crazy thing for me is that as a kid, I didn't really like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood as a show. It kind of bugged me. I just didn't like it. But as I got older and I learned more about Mr. Rogers and the way he saw the world, the way he talked about the world, the way he encouraged children on the program, I have nothing but love and respect for the man. I just think he worked so hard to make the world a better place, especially for children, and he was so full of love, and I respect and admire Tom Hanks as an actor. He just seems to embody a lot of that as well, so I am very excited for that movie to come out. I'm not crying, you're crying. On that note, thank you so much for tuning in to the GSMC Social Media News Podcast. Join me again next time to find out what's trending. Thanks.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Social Media Podcast, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all the shows from the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network, from movies to music, from sports to entertainment, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program.